Welcome everybody to Forza Horizon 4, and today we're taking a look at the 2019 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. Now this was unveiled at the 2017 Dubai Motor Show for the 2019 model year and is heavily based on the Z06, though it has several changes that are quite significant, quite frankly. And the most significant change of them all is the engine. Now it's a 6.2 litre supercharged V8 producing 755 horsepower and 715 pounds-feet of torque. So that's 105 more horsepower than the Z06 and a massive 65 more pounds-feet of torque. So yeah, quite the more powerful engine, and it's able to do that purely because it has a 2.6 litre Eaton supercharger. That is a 52% increase over the standard Z06, along with a new fuel injection system. So all of that pretty much helps give it all that extra power, and yeah, that is a monstrous amount of power for a rear-wheel drive car. Granted, there are more powerful rear-wheel drive cars from Europe, but yeah, this is the most powerful big production Corvette that we've ever had. And yeah, it's also got improved engine cooling to help with that more powerful engine. As you can see, it's got wider front ducts on the front there to help with it. And yeah, it's also got 4 additional radiators, making 13 in total for the car. So yeah, they've had to do some major changes to this vehicle to help with that power, and they've also given it more aerodynamics. It's got that front splitter on the front there, and it's got a carbon fibre rear wing on the back. At least I think it is carbon fibre, looks it. And yeah, even though it does weigh 14 pounds more than the Z06 due to added fluids for the cooling system, yeah, 105 horsepower when you're only dealing with 14 pounds extra means that this car is even quicker than the Z06, but not just quicker than that, quicker than most other supercars out there, quite frankly. And yeah, you can call this a supercar. But it's, even though it looks something that would only be at home at the track, it's still a practical car. As you can see, it's got a cavernous rear boot there. It's still something, oopsie daisy, it's still something that, you know, can be used every day, because, you know, you can even take the roof out of the middle here, which, you know, when you're dealing with a car like this, you'd expect them to really skimp on everything. But it also has leather upholstery, it's got a Bose sound system, and yeah, it's even got a magnetic adjustable ride, so you can make it as comfy as you want. But obviously, if you're in something like this, you want it to be as you know, handling focused as possible, and all the aerodynamic changes have certainly helped in that. So yeah, let's get out onto the road and see what it can do. So as you'd expect with a car that has so much more power than the likes of the Z06, it's yeah, a massive increase in terms of acceleration, or should I say even decrease really. So yeah, this can do 0 to 60 in 3 seconds and 0 to 100 in 6.114 seconds, and going to a top speed of 212 miles an hour. Now the Z06 that we have on this game from 2015 can only do 0 to 60 in 3.313 seconds and 0 to 107.617 seconds, and going to a top speed of 207 miles an hour. I say only, that Z06 is still a mightily quick car, but yeah, there's no denying that this is a far quicker vehicle. That 0 to 100 increase is really rather impressive. To be more than 1.3 seconds quicker is yeah, a massive increase. And yeah, it's also a car that, like I said, you can use every day. Even though, like I said, it looks like something that would be only at home at the track, it's still a car that even has heated seats. So yeah, I don't know how they've done it, quite frankly, but the fact that this has all the luxuries you'd expect from a standard Corvette, but has all this extra power, all this extra acceleration, all this extra handling, and just generally really impressive in terms of performance is, yeah, mightily impressive, and you have to really doff your cap to Chevrolet for being able to pull this off. Now this unfortunately might well be the last supercharged Corvette that we get. There are rumours that they're doing a turbocharged version, or maybe even a hybrid version. And even some people are saying that it might even be mid-engine, the next Corvette. So yeah, you could well be looking at a final swan song for the Corvette, to be honest. Not to say that those versions might not be better, it might well be, but we've had a supercharged V8 in Corvettes for a long while now, and even naturally aspirated V8s for a long while before that, so yeah, it would be a shame, but if they can be better, then I've got no problem with that. But this is still an incredible car, even if it is the final supercharged V8 we get from a Corvette. And yeah, Chevrolet have done a mightily impressive job. And to put this alongside the likes of the ZR1 1LE as well, which is also a powerful rear-wheel drive muscle car. Though, again, it's debatable whether or not this is a muscle car. Quite frankly, with the amount of power it's got now, it's more akin to a supercar, to be honest, especially with that top speed. But nonetheless, Chevrolet really are pulling it out the park, well, putting it out the park really, because yeah, Ford have nothing that comes close to this. Even their Ford GT isn't as powerful as this. And yeah, Dodge, no. Even though obviously the Demon is more powerful than this, that thing can only do one thing, and that's just drag racing. Everything else is pretty much useless at. And the standard Hellcat, even though it comes closer with the power of this, it's far heavier. And yeah, is nowhere near as nimble or as fun to drive. So yeah, Chevrolet are really, really, really impressive at the moment, and I hope that they can continue, quite frankly. And yeah, I look forward to seeing what else they do, even if it is not necessarily going to be what we're used to from Chevrolet. I'm confident that they'll do pretty well. And if you want to know, there's also a convertible version of this as well, which amazingly only weighs £60 more than this, which again is mightily impressive. So yeah, I don't know who Chevrolet have in their engineering team, but give them a pay rise, quite frankly, because yeah, they certainly know what they're doing, and they're doing it in fine style. So yeah, 2 Chevrolets released this week in the season in the car pass, and both of them are mightily impressive. Granted, they may well be just slightly different. Well, in the case of the 1LE Camaro, slightly different, but this is markedly different over the Z06. But they are technically based on the same vehicles, but quite frankly, they're so much better than their predecessors that I don't really care. And yeah, been a fine week for the car pass with those 2 Chevrolets being mightily impressive. And yeah, I look forward to next week, because we look like we're having 2 even better cars, quite frankly, for different reasons though. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.